Good afternoon, and welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Crackpack. So, since last episode, I've been building out this building. I did put some pneumatic doors here, and pneumatic door bases. I'm going to camouflage this, but I haven't got it actually plugged up. I'm still debating on how I want to set up the pneumatic system. Just a small one underneath here. I may use like a liquid one with like a magma crucible setup with cobblestone, but we'll see. But anyway, back here, of course, we've got our lasers. I turned those off because this is actually field. I left it running all night and basically just pulling all the power from that we were creating into this for now. So we've got that all filled up. And I did start laying out the reactor frame. We're going to set up the rest of it right now, actually. We'll go ahead and just jump right into that. And by the way, the rain, I think we're going to make a system probably in the next couple of episodes to automatically shut off the rain, because like it's been driving me absolutely insane, because it's been raining like every other day for like all day, and it's killing my soul. I think I've gotten spoiled on Infotech. Whoops. What? I think I've gotten spoiled on Infotech. Why is it doing that? Okay, so we're going to start with a base of reactor frames just like that. It's a 3x3 with the points coming out, and then we're going to bring it up just like this, and then one more like that, and I actually might make this out of glass. I don't know, we'll see. And then we're going to bring it up again, this time just like so. And then we're going to repeat the bottom sections. It's going to be 5 high, and it's a 5x5. So, and then we'll just fill in the top section here. Yeah, I was planning on using reactor glass, so we're gonna. I may not have enough of this, or what I planned on setting up for this. But we're going to do like that, and then bring up our reactor glass, and then over here, our reactor glass, and then probably over here. I think that'll be good. And then we're also going to have a laser matrix focus, so we're going to put that facing our lasers. So we're going to set it right here, and then let's go ahead and put the rest of the top on here. Just like so. And that's the whole structure, but you also do need to put at least 3 of these reactor ports onto the multi-block. So we're going to put 2 of them. I guess we'll put them right here. I think that'll look good. There and there. And then we're going to put another port right here. Yeah. And then, oh, you know what I forgot? Silly me. Come up here above it. At the very top in the center, your reactor controller is going to go down. So, oops. Actually, I didn't think about being able to access this, but that's okay. I may do something in this room where you can kind of come onto the top of it and access it. Or the room above it. But anyway, we can click through the tabs here. We can see the amount of heat that's in this. We can see the amount of fuel that's in here, and we can see the statistics for it. Then what we're going to do is we actually need some fuel in here to get it started. And I also want to set up a quantum entangler. We're going to put it like right here. So let's grab one thing. The first thing that we're going to need is holorom. So this is just some gold dust and some charcoal or compressed carbon in the metallurgic infuser. So let me get just a few pieces of gold here. And that's going to get us our holorom. So now what we need to do is we actually have to fill this thing up. And this is what's going to be used to basically kickstart the reactor. So what we'll do is we'll throw this in to here. And it's going to charge it up really, really quick. And once you have your fully charged holorom, you are ready to start setting this up. So we're going to go ahead and add on a couple of these ultimate pressurized tubes, and we'll bring these out like that. And then we're going to set up a quantum entangleporter, a frequency, and we'll call it reactor gas. And then we'll connect it up. So now it's connected to the gases, the gas lines. And so it'll be able to send our tritium and our deuterium out to our reactor. And I'm thinking this should work fine if we set up like just some ultimate pipes like so, connect it to the reactor gas, and we're going to say you're going to output auto eject on. Okay, so we've got tritium. Oh, it's not wanting to do specific. I may have to set up additional or different. Yeah, see, it's pulling out the deuterium, but it's not pulling out tritium yet. Oh, that's such a pain. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do, let's change this up. That's the worst thing, is there's really no good setup for filtering gases as they come out of this. Or, you know, how they are inserted. So, what we'll do is we'll set up separate channels. So, let me I want to change it to let me see. Let's go with say deuterium line and set that. And then we'll change the other one once we go switch that over. I think this will be the best way to handle it. But let's make ourselves a couple more quantum entangleporters. And I'm going to go ahead and remove this one. But we'll do one right here that's connected to the deuterium line. And it plugs up just fine. We'll set up another one here, and we're going to set it to tritium line. And I'm going to delete the reactor gas line. And now we should be all set. So I'm sorry about that. I was thinking that maybe if we just put one there, I'd never tried it, but I thought maybe if we just stuck one entangleporter right there, that would be fine. Of course, if your reactor is on site, that wouldn't be an issue. You could just plug it up. I mean, realistically, we could have set all this up over there, but I want that. I really want this in our base, actually. And we'll go ahead and plug this up to the tritium line. And auto eject on. And there we go. So we're getting tritium into the pipes. And if we take a look at our gas, that is done. That is filled. So we may actually change up our injection rate once we start running it. We'll see. Actually, I'm going to try 4. We're going to try setting an injection rate of 4. And maybe that'll work out. If it doesn't, then that's okay. That is okay. And then what we're going to want to do is we need to put our holorom right here. And heat, we'll see once we start running it what our heat gets up to. And so this is technically ready to turn on. But what the third reactor port for is, of course, outputting our RF. So I made some cryo-stabilized flux ducts, and we're just going to plug them in. Actually, I feel like I kind of want this here. So let's change that. Do that and that. By the way, I expanded this. So now we can actually hold, what is it? A little over 1 trillion energy in this. So we'll just plug these on in. There we go. And this should be ready to try it out. So, turning on stuff like this always makes me a little bit nervous. So basically what we'll do is we'll just kickstart it like that. And there we go. It's running. If you notice, it pulled all of the power out of that. If we take a look here, the heat, we have quite a bit of plasma-based heat. The casing heat is steadily dropping. It mainly jumps that high because of the amount of heat that we initially gave it. Like, it was a huge heat jump. Now, one way to get your heat up in your reactor is to set your injection rate up higher, but we're going to leave it at 4 for now because I want to monitor it and see, because I want this thing to run constantly, is my long-term plan. But if you notice, we're jumping up quite a bit of RF, considering that's millions of RF. So if we take a look, like right here, yeah, you'll see we're like gunning up RF right now at a fairly decent rate. What is it? Yeah, it's up to 800 million. It's a few million every second. So, yeah, it's quite a bit. Now you'll notice the amount is actually dropping a little bit because of our injection rate. So, if we set the injection rate higher, then it would keep the heat higher. The amount of energy output is directly connected to the heat of the plasma inside. So let's see. Let me go take a look. I want to see how this is affecting our fuel. I love this though. Like, we now have 1 billion RF. So it's, oh man, it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful to actually have, you know, a good power system. And like I said, we'll keep upgrading this over time. I spent more time between last episode getting ready for this episode and building out that building because I wanted something, you know, at least halfway decent to plug it up into. But let's take a look at our brine line. Oh, this is totally keeping up. And that could make this hotter. I actually need more water in these. Or, I mean, more brine. Actually, this one's filled up on brine. So, I mean, it's backing up regardless. The lithium is backed up to where this one's not even touching the brine. And these could be better if I gave them more water. So, honestly, I think our 6 towers should be good. I totally forgot I need to add more water to those. Heavy water is keeping up. The main thing I'm concerned about is this. Are these... Yeah, I mean, these are changing it over as quickly as it gets it anyway. But it is draining out that tritium pretty hard. Because these were backed up. Huh. Okay. So we can make speed upgrades for these though. Aha. We may do that. Can these accept energy upgrades? Or only... No, they don't even take energy. Never mind. Yeah, we might... Let's do that. Let's get some stuff to upgrade the water in these. I haven't worried about the heat just yet because as of right now, I don't know that we're going to need it. Need more heat right this second. We'll worry about the heat more once we start pushing up that injection rate. Okay, so let's get all of these energy upgrades really quick. And then I've also got enough speed upgrades to give all of these speed upgrades. Good stuff. And that. And that. And now speed upgrades, which this is going to really drastically change up the system, especially going from no speed upgrades to 8. We should see this thing jump, which it looks like it's backed up at the moment on lithium, which is strange because I know I have that area chunk loaded. I know for a fact I do. Okay, now it's actually coming up on oh man, there we go. It's backing up like crazy fast. Okay, so we can really adjust our input now, like without a problem. These, honestly, I may want to upgrade these before I do that. Yeah, so let me get 6, 7, 8 more sets of speed and energy upgrades. I actually got it, I set it up just to make 1,000 of our alloys. Or, reinforced alloy. So, and honestly with this going, the brine towers I think are going to be the part that really gets stuck. So what I might do is I may teach our system to make world interaction upgrades for us. I don't know that I've automated those. Because usually I do like I just did a second ago and just make up a bunch of picks and go, okay, make these. Because, I mean, it does the job. Like, for the rare occasion that I need world interaction upgrades. But honestly, I should just automate it. So, oops. But let's see, these probably are out, yeah. And I know that we could still bump up our temperature a bit. So, I don't know. We'll see. We're probably going to do RF power for that. I need to go into a creative world and test it, mess around with it. Actually, I may just do it in this world. It wouldn't really take that much. But now I would think that we should be able to set up our... we'll set our edit rate to 6. And now we should see the temperature start to go up and the energy production go up. So let's see. Our heat, yeah, it's heating up now, the plasma. And if we take a look over here, we should see our energy rate going up, which it is. Yeah, that's probably going to get it at least to 500,000 per tick. Okay, I went ahead and automated the world interaction upgrade, so it's crafting up those for us. I think, let's see, that's what, 16 on each. We'll go with like a half stack on each one. And I think that may be enough once we get up to that point. Because that's going to be, that's going to be a ton of them. I've got it making 200, so, because I figured that's at least, honestly, I mean, they've already got like 20 something in there, so we'll be pretty close to max on them anyway. So, let's go ahead and throw those, yeah, 56, 57 in most of them. So there we go. And let's see how the water is going. Still negative. Man, that's going to be the worst thing. Like, I guess I'm just going to have to make, like, hundreds of world interaction upgrades for each of these to get the water, you know, to the point. Because it was, yeah, it looks like it was dropping on liquid lithium when I upped the transfer rate. But now it seems to be pretty stable. And these are stable too, so far we don't really have to upgrade the system too much. This is honestly a pretty strong gas system, I do believe. Let's go take a look. I know that the temperature and the RF and everything were rising pretty steady. This stuff should be chunk loaded, which it is. I don't know why it always goes negative when I leave here. Yeah, see, it's negative again. I don't know. I think it's like a visual bug or something. Because, I mean, this is still going up. and whatnot. But you'll notice that we're producing, it's steadily going up, so we're probably going to hit like 600,000 per tick with this current setup, and we can keep increasing the fuel level. So for example, if we bumped it up to say an 8, we would probably be producing about probably 800,000 per tick RF. But eventually we'll get this up to where it's producing like 3+ million per tick. So it can be totally ridiculous. And as long as you keep the fuel going into this and you don't let the temperature inside drop, that reaction is going to keep going on, so we don't have to actually start this up anymore. So I did have this turned on. I don't know. I'm going to leave it turned on. I'm going to let those lasers fill up just in case something were to happen. You know, while we have power, we may as well, you know, put it to use. So, and then I think what we'll do is we'll probably just go ahead and make a tesseract, a couple tesseracts, and use those to fill up the capacitor banks. But let's go ahead and plug this thing up. I don't have a way back there really, so we're just going to break through. And I think let's go ahead and hook this up to substation 1 for right now. And we'll set it to frequency 2. And then what we're going to do is we'll say you're going to receive energy. And then we'll just plop our cryo-stabilized flux duct onto that and let it go. Okay, I forgot to actually set this up. So green on these is the input, and if we shift right click it with our configurator, red is going to set it as an output. So then what we'll do is we'll just set up our cryo-stabilized flux ducts like that, and then let me run over here and we'll plug these up. Okay, I think I'd set the tesseract to receive. So, but now in the time it took me to fly over here, this one filled up, so that's good to know. And then we'll just run a couple more of these fellows over to here, and you'll notice that, bam, this one filled up instantly. And then we need to plug up this last one. Ah, of course. Yeah, I don't think there's any... Actually, I could do this, because I think that's automatically going to output. So for example, if I threw, say, that in there, yeah, see, it automatically fills it up. Okay, so we'll do that, and then this one's full. And I still have to fill up the one that's down over there. But, yeah, see, that one's like mega drained right now. But these other ones are completely filled, like instantaneously. And I'll bet you it didn't even scratch our power in this thing. Because this thing just has like a gargantuan amount of power in it already. So we got like 25 billion RF in this thing. So an absolute ton of power. It's a lot of power. Absolute ton of power. And I'm going to continue letting this charge up. Actually, I should probably stop for a second, because that thing, that energy bank's like almost empty right now, probably. But I'll end up just plugging it up with the power system, I think. But yeah, so anyway, that's our reactor. That's our new power system. And it's going to run constantly. So we'll take one more quick look, because we've generated 25 billion RF minus, plus whatever we spent in this process. But so we've generated a ton of RF, and we should double check our lithium and stuff. Completely positive. And over here, completely positive. Completely. And over here, totally filled up. Okay, so everything's running smoothly. I'll probably do a few more upgrades over here and kind of play around with maybe trying to bump it up to an 8. That would be kind of nice, actually. if we could pull that off. So, yeah. Either way, though, we have a ton of power being produced. But I am going to kind of try to keep pushing it, at least for now, to get it up to like 1,000,000 per tick. Just because, like, we don't need that much, but we want that much. And let's see, our heat and everything is way up. Fuel is good. All right. I'm kind of tempted to try bumping it up to an 8. Let's try it. 8. Energy's going up, which means the amount of fuel will be going up. God, it's going up pretty fast, actually. Let's see, our heat is jumping up. So let's head over here really quick. Say lithium is still staying positive. We've got, I don't know, I mean these are making brine, or going through brine as quickly as they can. But over here it's still not even messing with it. So that's always good, I guess. The neutron activators are still good. The processing over here is still good. Heavy water production is still good. Okay, so we may run it at an 8 then. That's what we might do for now. Or maybe even a 10. I don't know. I feel like I want more. I want the temperature on these increase, and I want more water input before I do that. Because I think it would be too much if I kept pushing it at this point. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with an 8. An 8 is, I mean, as you can tell, it's mega OP at the moment. So, but let's see, what's this up to? It's still steadily rising. It's probably going to be close to 900,000 per tick. Yeah. So, yeah. It's going to be a lot of power. It's going to be a whole lot of power. And you'll notice it's still not even scratching. You can't even see the green bar yet for the amount of this. We have 29 billion in here. Still can't even see it on the bar. So, a lot of power. And considering, like, right now, like, we aren't even having to use lasers or anything like that. I mean, this is sustaining itself, you know, with the amount of fuel that we're feeding it and all. So, yeah, a lot of power. If you take a look at our heat is, the bar is capped out, but it's still going up. So, basically, it just means we've reached the point where it's just stupid power. But yeah, so anyway, I do believe I'm going to end out the episode there, however, and we'll keep, I mean, this is producing like 2 times more than a draconic reactor is, or would now, so yeah, a lot of power, and it keeps going up, so it'll probably end up being like already like 3 times the strength of a draconic reactor. So, but yeah, I'm going to end out the episode there. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. And next episode, we will possibly go back into space. I'd like to go to an asteroid belt, honestly. So we might try doing that next episode or something. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are on the table of possibilities, so I haven't decided quite yet. As always, though, if you guys have a preference, be sure and let me know down in the comments, and I'll see about, doing that. We will be getting back into Pneumaticraft a little bit, touching back into it, because I want to get elevators set up and stuff. But since we do have plastic production, you know, it's not too much. Or we have plastic set up, we just haven't automated it and all that yet. So, but we'll definitely get back into that before too long, and a number of other things, actually, that we've been working on. But yeah, I wanted to pop over here really quick, but it looks like this is still, I mean, that's what it's doing. It's setting at 9996 on that one. The rest of these are just stuck at full. I mean, it can't use up enough fuel fast enough to beat it out. This one's like kind of but I've got to upgrade the water on this. I'm going to upgrade the water and the heat, and then I'll probably upgrade the amount of fuel that we feed it at a time. So, honestly, we could probably bump it up to a 10 at the moment. I think it's strong enough, realistically. But yeah, so anyways, I hope you guys join me for next episode. And until then, as always, do take care. And I hope to see you guys next time.